Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Ocean View High School in Huntington Beach, California, National League Week 3 action. John Abdu and Greg Meskel here with you from Huntington Beach for Alumni, taking on USA Collegiate. Alumni in the Whitecaps, USA Collegiate in the dark, and we'll see Collegiate get underway on offense first. Second game of the day for Alumni. And they've got Brandon Brooks going in the cage. Earlier today we saw Michael Zelmer in goal for head coach Robert Lynn's squad. And for Collegiate, led by Alex Rodriguez, they look to shoot first, and Brooks is there, knocking away the attempt from Sean Thomas.
Lots of Olympic representation there on the Alumni side. Brandon Brooks, two-time Olympian, silver medalist in 2008. Michael Zelmer, two-time Olympian for the German national team. Of course, Robert Lynn, Olympian for USA. USC standout, coach in the squad.
Yeah, good to have these folks involved. This is the fun thing about events like this. You get this caliber of athlete going up against a lot of the guys, right, on Collegiate that want to be at that level.
Absolutely. Well, and that's part of the purpose, I would say, Greg, right, to get everybody in the same place and try to learn and collectively develop at the same time.
And so we get a turnover. Now we'll get Alumni with their first opportunity on offense. Here's Brooks, Olympian at the Athens and Beijing games, winning silver with Team USA in 2008. Shot clock winding down. Bad pass across the way. Sean Thomas controls that one. And we'll get a look at Hannes Dobe now, a rising star for Team USA. He'll move ahead now. Always has the green light. Spins inside and draws the exclusion on Kyle Trush. Right back, Dobe. Quick release. How about the wrist action there?
Yeah. Look how strong that was. Quick, draws the exclusion with a nice spin move over there on Kyle Trush. Whips the ball over to his teammate Marko Vavic, national team teammate as well as teammate at USC. Gets the ball right back. Watch the replay here. Hard pass over to Vavic. Gets it right back, and no shot blocker, no chance for Brooks to get that one. Easy goal for Hannes Dobe.
So he's on the board, and it's an early lead here for Collegiate. Alumni winners earlier today as they handled Long Beach State in their first game this morning to get things going.
Get a look at Ben Stevenson with the ball there. Just got back done playing professionally in Spain. Gets a shot blocked there for Jack Turner. But getting his shot this summer playing for Team USA at the World Cup in Berlin. Now you see him back in action stateside.
And now Vavic on the move, far side. Fans, don't forget live stats of this game and all games this weekend available on the Fosh. Go to thefosh.net, THEFOSH.net, and you can follow along as Brooks makes the stop there. And now Alumni will come back on offense, look for their first goal of the day in this matchup.
Another interesting pickup here, Greg, with the ball is Marty Matthews, national champion from Cal. Longtime collegiate coach, now getting his way back into the league, playing for Alumni here. So, like you said, one of the bonuses of having this league and this environment has got all these longtime water polo stars finding themselves back in the game.
He'll take the outside shot and bars out. He's part of Alumni's 14-6 win this morning. And John, if former college coaches are getting in the National League, I know a guy to my right here that I think it's time to jump in the mix.
Yeah, Greg. I don't know if I have the money to invest in a personal trainer to get me back into the shape needed to play 30-meter water polo. But
there are some great free programs on Instagram. I've heard of a tea you can drink, and you'll lose all the weight you need to lose.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Send me whatever spam is coming in your email inbox, and I'll take a look.
Working inside an exclusion. That will go on Alumni now. Power play here for Collegiate. Stevenson excluded. Off the post, a ricochet right to Dobe. Quick pass, try it again, off the bar and away. So a couple of cracks at it there on the near side from Earhart. Jake Earhart, another USC athlete on this team, but here comes Joseph Fuentes, and Turner's there. You see San Diego Triton able to turn that one away.
Joey Fuentes, the former high school star at El Toro High School here in Orange County, set Water Polo Club. So it's really exciting to see everybody be able to extend their playing careers into this league, and that's the beauty of having National League domestically here, where guys can keep playing into their 30s and move on and continue to mentor younger athletes, but also stay in shape and play the game they love.
Yeah, definitely one of the focuses of it, right? So many guys don't want to quit playing, and they don't want to maybe just wait for once a year at Masters Nationals or the occasional tournament. This gives them an opportunity for more regular play, higher level play.
Witt with the ball.
A guy like that, Kevin Witt, the lefty, former national teamer. They'll put it center cage. Turner's ready.
Collegiate with the rebound.
And Marko Vavic there on the rebound. We've talked about it on a few broadcasts, but the Jack Turner story is really an amazing one. His return from a really violent car accident and a heavy injury to his back, and for many folks, an injury that might leave you not really walking again, and to be back playing water polo at a national team and a high-level collegiate style of play is nothing short of amazing.
Yeah, no, he's one of the best comeback stories that you'll see, and that angle, along with the fact that he found his way onto the national team from National League. Had he not played in the National League, had his coaches not nominated him to be on one of the USA rosters as one of the better players from UC San Diego. So kudos to Matt Ushasevsky and Denny Harper down in San Diego for nominating Jack. He wouldn't have found his way here. So also a story of how the National League has supplemented our men's national team play.
The exclusion here on Collegiate and Earhart. Power play now to Alumni.
It's Rigo.
Rigo had a host of assists in the win this morning and has another. Dishes it off to his right and ripping the net from the outside. It's Ben Stevenson.
A beautiful shot there from Ben Stevenson. Clearly in great shape, coming back fit from Spain, playing professionally all season long here. Watch the power play. Rigo taking the ball inside. Gets it to Stevenson, who catches it cross face here and doesn't hesitate. Rises up on his legs, takes his time and goes top shelf into that corner, kisses it high shelf. No chance for Turner. Welcome back, Ben Stevenson.
And Stevenson, a great story. University of the Pacific, playing his college water polo time with Team Vegas Henderson in the Las Vegas area.
Right.
Pressure here. And the ball's controlled by Joseph Shaw. And now Luis Araya.
And a contra foul.
Offensive before he could gather and look for the shot.
That's a contra foul there is on Logan Schofield. Logan Schofield coming from the Bucknell University in central Pennsylvania out here to represent the CWPA in the National League.
Often imitated, never duplicated. The Bucknell Bison.
Speaking of the Patriot League, the only basketball player in the NBA from the Patriot League at the moment, C.J. McCollum, had himself a night last night. Played for the for Lehigh over there.
4 overtimes, huh?
Yeah, big game for C.J. representing Lehigh University and the Patriot League out there. I shouldn't say the only. Mike Muscala from Bucknell, also in the NBA. Currently on the Laker roster. We'll see what happens there.
There you go. And that's been your Patriot League in the pros update from John Abdul.
Yeah. Oh.
Batted around, almost an own goal there on the deflection out by Tommy Gruwell. Yeah, that was the first 4 overtime NBA playoff game since the 1950s, I believe.
Unbelievable. I like to go to bed at 9 p.m. usually. I found myself up late last night watching every bit of those overtime games. Yeah.
Scott, our producer, was also awake. Scott knows as much about basketball as I do about physics, and yet he was there watching all the way to the end, and so that's impressive.
It's very impressive, very impressive. We've been given the nod to stick to water polo here, Greg, but it's difficult. I understand.
About 1:15 left in the first quarter. Collegiate and Alumni all tied at 1. Working here for Ian Minsterman. Now looking outside. Here's Minsterman. And that's off the mark.
Wide of the cage. 1:03 in the period. Alumni back with the ball.
Approaching the 1-minute mark here in the first. 1-1 the score. Here's Nick Fadden. And now Kevin Witt.
set, guarded by Gruel.
Looking inside, Greg Enlow, former anteater from UC Irvine, posting up. Instead, the outside try, and Turner's ready for that attempt from Brandon Child.
Turner looking strong here in the first quarter. Several saves. Only thing he's given up was a perfect shot by Ben Stevenson. So Jack Turner off to a hot start here.
That helps goalies get in a rhythm early. Now threading the needle inside, but good defense from behind as Child coming over before Brooks had to make a play on that ball. We'll see a lifetime sub here into the corner as Enlow checks out. And subbing in is Kyle Trush. Saw quite a bit of the hockey subbing earlier today, John, and some folks using it, I got to give credit to the Cal team, really using it as it was intended, coming all the way to mid-tank and subbing in. We'll talk about that more in a moment. First quarter complete. Collegiate and Alumni all tied at 1. We're back after this to Ocean View High School.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Welcome back. Second quarter on the way. New FINA rules in effect this weekend and all season with the National League. John Abdu and Greg Meskel joining you from Ocean View High School here for week 3, all leading up to the Fisher Cup and the National League Championship coming up in a couple of weeks at UC San Diego. We'll have live coverage of that event. 2 courses. You can watch both live right here on USA Water Polo TV, so that'll be some unprecedented coverage there. The Fisher Cup that we're looking forward to, and it's a big viewership weekend of water polo because we're also going to have live coverage from the Clearwater Beach Challenge in Clearwater, Florida. So a lot of water polo to watch coming up weekend of, I believe, May 18, 19 in a couple of weeks here.
That's correct, Greg. Yep.
Inside and a takeaway. A little hop there on the dish to DeSupolo. And now Brooks will survey the scene. Good look inside. There it is, the gather, but Turner's waiting to bat it away. That one developed quickly, and then it almost went into slow motion. You see Lance Morrison had the jump on everybody. Had the pass come sooner, likely an easy goal.
Yeah, Lance making good space for himself, and Stevenson with a good find. You're going to start seeing the experience of Alumni taking its toll on the youth on USA Collegiate. It's a matter of time before that kind of wisdom and experience starts picking away at you as you see DeSupolo inside trying to get position on a more experienced and stronger Kyle Trush.
Save Brooks. Bats that one away with the left. A little more than a minute gone by here, second quarter.
They're good. They're doing good. They're coming out in July. All my kids and grandkids. And then my birthday. New on the app? It went in today.
Here's Stevenson.
I was up till 4 in the morning. No, they're looking at it right now.
Shot clock to 1. Backhand off the mark on the try by Trush with time winding down.
Shot wide of the cage. It's Collegiate back on the ball, 6:23.
Your coach Robert Lynn urging his team to play offense, to do something, but
So hopefully in the next couple hours. Now, what did you decide?
Robert Lynn, former assistant coach with Team USA at the 08 and 12 Olympic Games.
we've seen a couple of possessions here now for USA Collegiate where they've tried to enter the ball to the center very early in the possession without taking the time to get the center, get position, and it's caused 3 turnovers here early in the start of the second quarter.
Stevenson with the ball.
I'm thinking especially with these kind of goal players, they might not.
Then we have Morrison.
Stevenson controlling here. Knocked down by Vavic. Now he'll surge forward. Threads inside. The quick shot, and Turner's there. It's off the post as he's able to close the door near side.
Another save there for Turner, all over the ball. Had by far his best collegiate season this past fall for UC San Diego after playing for the national team all summer. Again, we talked about it earlier, Greg, but one of the best stories to come out of water polo in the last year.
And, of course, not a guarantee that you play for Team USA, then you have a better college season, but it usually doesn't hurt to play at that high level and face that competition, and then you can try and take some of that into your college campaign.
Absolutely. It certainly isn't rocket science in the sense that if you can be around the best players in the world, the best teams in the world, take those shots, that the rest of this game starts to slow down for you. And that's what goalies want. They want to be able to like you said earlier, comfortable, confident, and be able to see the game at a readable pace.
Kevin Witt here near side. Shot clock to 3. And an exclusion with the timer at 3. And now they'll go right to work. Stevenson. Witt right in front, slam it in. Jack Trush.
Forward, Jack Trush. That's 14 on the exclusion.
So make it 2-1 Alumni with 4:39 to play here in the first half.
Well executed power play here for Team Alumni. Ball swings there from Stevenson down to the lefty Witt down at the 6th spot. You hear coach calling it out. Find the post. Jack Trush by himself inside. Catch, pause, finish, cross cage. High percentage goal, high percentage finish. You want that on all your power play opportunities. Alumni gets the go-ahead goal here in the second quarter with 4:39 to play.
Not an offensive explosion, though, on either side. Both teams really struggling to get in some sort of groove offensively.
One of the things that factors in that, Greg, is that playing on a 30-meter course is a little exhausting. It's tiring. And so I think teams are finding it harder to get meaningful half-court possessions. So unless they're scoring in transition or scoring on the power play, it's hard to find a goal.
And Brooks is there again for the stop. And Sean Grabnow is on the move. No foul. And from behind, Sawyer Rhodes. So Alumni was looking for a call there. We've seen that a couple of times today where players expecting a whistle, doesn't come, and then the defender opportunistically just snatches the ball away.
A lot of it has to do with that 6-meter line now, the 5-meter line now. When athletes are showing the referee that I'm positioning myself at the 5-meter line looking for a foul, you're not going to get it. But if you're playing water polo and the foul happens organically, then you're going to get the foul.
Earhart lets it rip, bar down. And Jake Earhart ties this one at 2.
We're tied at 2.
What a shot there by Earhart. Bars it down. Ball looks like a grapefruit in his hand. Check out the replay here. Watch Earhart as he grips and rips this. Once the ball's in his hand, he's such a big, strong athlete. He's got such good control on it. Sliding in, just a couple hard fakes, rises up, bars it right down over Brandon Brooks' head.
So what do these guys do?
Strong shot there from the USC Trojan. And national team hopeful here on the junior national team. Has spent a lot of time in the pipeline. Jake Earhart has in his life. Identified really early on.
Yeah.
12, 13 years old. Everyone kind of knew this kid had the potential, and now you're seeing it come to fruition.
Out of the Thousand Oaks area.
Wall on the outside. Ordinary foul. Trush in at center
That's another area that just continues to produce high-caliber water polo athletes. It's like you have a strong pipeline from San Diego all the way up to about the Santa Barbara area, where you're seeing so many talented players run to the college level, national team level, and of course there's all these other pockets within California, but it's a real pipeline of talent there.
No doubt.
We should probably do a study of some kind, but I would bet that over the course of time, the bulk of the men's national team previously has come from within within those areas.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely a hotbed, and it's certainly great places where the sport is thriving. On the coast of California, the sport tends to thrive. But your study would certainly prove that. You may extend a little bit out to Hawaii for guys like Brandon Brooks and guys like Chris Duplaney and the people who have come over in the Hawaii area. As we see an exclusion here, power play opportunity now for Alumni.
Alumni looking to go in front by 1, but first they'll call for time with 2:30 to play in the first half. Well, John, always good to have you here on the broadcast, and so with that in our audience kind of watching here in the world of high performance, what's kind of the big things on the radar here? We know it's an Olympic qualification year. That's obviously a big focus. We've kind of come to the end of an ODP cycle with teams being selected and now gearing up for summer competition. What are kind of the big high points on your agenda looking ahead the next 3-4 months?
Yeah, lots going on. I think Olympic qualifications, the first thing you referenced there, Greg. You see a lot of men's senior national team athletes in the water right now, a lot of hopefuls to make these rosters for the summer. They'll be competing in the World Championships in Korea. Both teams, men and women, will be competing in the World Championships Korea this summer. You'll see they'll also be competing at the Pan American Games. So another big thing on our side is that every 2 years we compete in a world championship, a FINA World Championship, which is unique to our sport. A lot of sports do that once every 4 years or so. For us, it's every 2 years. But once every 4 years is the Pan American Games, and that's in August in Lima as well. Both of those have opportunities to qualify for the Olympics from those tournaments. And so right now it's preparing the athletes you see here in the water. It's preparing the athletes you don't see in the water, the athletes that are playing professionally overseas, making sure that these teams, the support staffs, and everyone around them is gearing up for these qualification tournaments this summer. While it'd be nice to win those tournaments, the goal is to qualify for the Olympics while you're winning them at the same time. So there's that added pressure and that added meaning to the games this summer.
Yeah, it's a big series of events on the way, and if you're curious how Team USA can qualify, well, on our social media, we've shared a fun little graphic with our friend Shieldy, quite literally showing you the way, all the stops as University, or rather Collegiate, is able to kill off that power play. Nicely done there on defense. But multiple opportunities this year, as John alluded to, on both sides, more than ever before for the women's program.
Correct.
As far as routes to qualify. And then, of course, last chance Olympic qualifier in 2020 as well. So a lot on the way there. You can find that on our Twitter and Instagram accounts at USAWP. But exciting times to find out when and if and how it'll all happen for Team USA that they punch their ticket to Tokyo.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. A lot of people look at one game or one tournament or one event that has something to do with qualifying, but there's so much that goes into it before, after, during that to make it happen and try to execute at a high level. And so what's a lot of people behind the team behind the teams, the sports psychologists, the athletic trainers, the nutritionists, the coaches, the strength and conditioning coaches. There's a lot going on that we're working on right now, and hopeful to find a great summer for both teams.
And a timeout called here by Coach Rodriguez and Collegiate. And they'll set things up here as they gear up. And, the last point we should make about all the qualification is like other Olympic sports, you do one thing in earning your spot to the Olympics, and then there's another process to select a team. So the group that qualifies earns the qualification spot. They don't necessarily earn their own individual spots to an Olympic Games. You see this in other sports
all the time.
I want to say wrestling, swimming might be examples of this, where you earn places for your country, but you don't necessarily qualify yourself just yet. And with water polo, it's a team selection sort of situation. So guys will and women will help qualify the teams, and then they'll have to see if they can make the final Olympic team. Yeah,
and that's a great point, Greg. So you always want to be grateful and thankful for all these athletes that participate in the selection process, because not all of them are going to get through. Getting through the eye of the needle to make these teams. It's such a hard thing to do that it requires such a large amount of people to be a part of it. So you always want to be grateful and thankful and appreciate the people who train the eventual Olympians or earn that spot for them on those teams along the way.
So less than 90 seconds to go here, first half, and all even at 2, Collegiate and Alumni here in National League Week 3 action.
And we're back underway. Thomas taking the first pass. Over to Gruel.
Power play here for USA Collegiate. Vavic around the way, Dobe. Variety of fakes, comes near side, score it. Tommy Gruel on the power play strike, and Collegiate goes in front 3-2.
There's the high school senior going against a former national champion at Cal there. One-on-one here. The power play moves. Nice fake and ball movement there from USA Collegiate. But Tommy Gruel gets to go one-on-one here. And watch him go against the field blocker. Fakes once, sees the blocker's not there. Beats him near side to get the goal. And a lot of times when you're watching these situations, Greg, everyone thinks, well, why didn't the goalie save that? Why didn't the goalie move in those situations? But in traditional 5-on-6 defense in water polo, that type of shot and that location is the responsibility of the field blocker to take. So a lot of times the goalies are hoping that the field blocker takes that so that they can stay in the middle of the cage. And the block wasn't there, and Tommy Gruel took advantage.
Less than a minute to go, first half. Surging inside, call an exclusion.
And that draws an exclusion.
So Matthews defending on one end, drawing the kick out on the other. And now power play, that's tipped out by Turner after Sawyer Rhodes was excluded. And now power play here for Alumni. Shot clock, as we recall, with the new rules, resets to 20, not a full shot clock. And this does a nice job of moving things along.
It does. Quicker game, more action, less kind of sitting around.
Inside, Matthews says, not here. Witt tries to fire it in, quick no look, and then Turner gives it right back. If he looks down low, Matthews is open. They didn't see him. New shot clock here. From the outside, and they scored anyway. Ball don't lie, as John Wall puts that one home, and Alumni evens it at 3.
Wall with the heat right there. So a little bit of sloppy play, but the ball comes back over there to John, sometimes known as Jack Wall. Fires it away, the former Santa Clara Bronco. Look at the heat here. Goes right over the head of Jack Turner. Into the goal. Wall was always known for his strong shot. Even when he was in high school, went to Bellarmine High School in Northern California, San Jose. Always known for just this cannon of an arm. Ended up playing for Santa Clara all those years. Scored a lot of goals for Coach Wilbur up there. And great to see his arm still live here several years later.
And able to hit and tie things up on a broken play. It seems if they had gotten it back to Matthews, Turner was in the back of the cage. That might have been a layup in close. Meanwhile, that pass was too hard on the entry inside, looking for Schofield. 5 seconds left now. Last chance here. 1 second left. Off the bar, that one made it to the cage from distance, and we have reached halftime here at Ocean View. Collegiate and Alumni all tied at 3. We are back with more from Huntington Beach, California after these messages.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org. Welcome back. Third quarter on the way. Greg Meskel and Cammie Craig now has rejoined us. Cammie, welcome back.
Thank you.
Collegiate alumni, all tied at 3. Thanks to John Abdu for joining us for a half here. New York Athletic Club and Commerce coming up next. Make sure to join us then. We'll talk with USA Men's National Team head coach Dan Ardovicic.
Season against their first, Alumni will open on offense.
But this one, a good one thus far, tied at 3 through 2 quarters. Alumni starts off the third with possession. This Cammie's been one of those classic games, back and forth, but also 2 different experience levels. You have your college talent, some of the best in the college game today. Good look inside as Turner knocks that down. And then Alumni, that experienced squad we saw earlier today.
It's definitely a balance for sure in regards to experience and some of the most fit young talent that we have right now in the collegiate game.
Eli Bonilla has come on to spell Brandon Brooks, and he makes the stop there on the attempt in close.
Stevenson's the first pass. Grab works into center forward.
From the outside and a field block. And that was inside on the restart anyway, but it was field block as well, so a double negative there. And on the other end now, long outlet pass. Dobé moving in, spinning, surging, scoring. Hannes Dobé, what a move.
It's great because as Hannes progresses down the pool, you can see him taking a look to his side to see if there's anyone coming down to help him out, as he has 3 players or 2 players trailing on him and decides, nope, I have to make the move myself. Big inside turn, great patience, finds his legs and finishes.
Powerful move there.
It was just great to see him kind of click and decide, nope, I have to get this done myself. Nobody else is coming.
And to make that move when you're holding the ball, what sort of leg strength required there to turn past everybody?
Leg strength, and with that comes balance and just kind of overall awareness of your geography in front of the cage to be able to put kind of that whole movement together.
And Earhart steps in front.
Earhart slides in, he comes up with
4-3 lead for Collegiate.
but a contra.
They give it right back, though, and Alumni will take control.
And these are the opportunities that Alumni wants to take advantage of, or maybe some of those little mistakes that will lead to opportunities for them.
Entry in.
Makes a pass in.
Looking for Enlow, a race for it, and Turner's there. And now Jack Turner will set up things for Collegiate.
Collegiate having a bit of an advantage there, but just late to get the ball out from the cage.
Araya moving in. Now being pressured. He'll work to Dobey. Shot clock to 3. Catch and shoot. Vavich let that rip, but it was off the mark. And now Bonilla looking counter. And he has somebody. It's Stevenson ahead of the pack. Long outlet. Stevenson checks the mirrors, and Turner denies him.
Save by Turner.
Big save, Jack Turner. Ben Stevenson spinning his way towards the goal. Gave a look to see who was chasing him down. But Jack Turner denies it. Dobey rips that shot, and Bonilla's there with the left.
Locked out by Bonilla. To be a corner throw for Collegiate. Pressed by Rigo.
Ordinary called. Dobey right back inside. There's a turn, taking everyone for a ride as the power move from Langowitz.
Starts against 2 white and a penalty shot.
And a penalty will be called against Alumni and Kyle Trush.
I love seeing the perimeter players working for their centers and just handing it to them on a silver platter. I mean, that's the best feeling ever, and allowing their centers to do their jobs the way they know how.
Penalty try coming here. Bonilla swats it away, came out big and hammered that attempt from Araya. I could feel the energy from you on that big turn.
Yeah.
As a center. You were excited to see that. Take everyone for a ride there to draw the penalty.
Absolutely.
Put it in the set. Child.
Bonilla with the big block. Now can Alumni build off of that, trailing by 1. About 4.5 left in the third. Rigo and Turner has the stop there.
Another save. Collegiate on the attack.
Lifetime sub coming here for Collegiate as DeSupolo will come on.
And again, leaving Collegiate playing 5-on-6 here until they come even.
Rhodes breaks free. Gets
Rhodes,
looking for the cross.
Bonilla there to deny the cross cage attempt. New shot clock here, timer to 14. Rhodes threads that inside. And just off the mark, trying to get DeSupolo involved, but in the wrong spot. Alumni goes to their bench, and that's one of the best live subs we've seen there. Good exchange as now Jack Trush comes on.
When it becomes seamless like that and they just enter right into the play, that's when I think it's at its best using that subbing. But there's so much awareness that needs to be going on to have it happen that seamless.
Off the ordinary. Stevenson lets it ride and hits.
Try to Henderson.
4-4.
Willing to get the job done there.
Out of Reno, Nevada to UOP in Stockton, a standout there for the Tigers.
Just up with the direct shot.
Talked about it earlier. He was with Team Vegas Henderson in his age group days. Got the chance to visit that club in March. And great facilities out there in Las Vegas. Lots of pride, of course. Folks that have went on to play big-time water polo like Ben Stevenson. Great environment for the game. No reason. It's one of those areas with a climate where you can understand why it could grow in the Las Vegas area. Great temperatures.
Absolutely. I've had some time to spend out there, and again, like you said, it is a great community that they have there.
Not to mention all those casino buffets. Great value. $25. Can go to town.
Endless soft served ice cream.
Ordinary called. Witt now working to Trush. Shot clock to 5.
With the ball to Burton, ball short. Gruel with the takeaway.
We've seen it a couple of times, and you see it all the time, Cammie, but I'll ask you from the center point of view. A lot of times entry passes coming in, 2 on the clock, 3 on the shot clock. As the recipient, as the center, do you have any sense of panic? The shot clock's winding down. I have to do something in a hurry with this. Are you a bit more rushed than you normally would be?
No. Nice outside shot there, finding the back corner of the cage. In regards to just those last few seconds, it almost seems a little bit like hot potato, but I think if you're set for it and it naturally works into a good opportunity, there is no rush in it. Now, if you're not in a great position and it's kind of a crummy pass at the end of the clock, it kind of feels like, oh, thanks, you wanted me to do something with this at the end of the clock. But definitely
it goes from hot potato more to Old Maid.
Yeah, exactly. Like, here, you do something with it. There's nothing out here for us. I'm like, okay. But no, if it's set up correctly, and even you'll find, the perimeter may be anxious to get rid of the ball, but also the defense is getting anxious as well and moving out to the perimeter as the clock's running down because they're scared that shot's going to come. Not scared, but they're anticipating the shot to come, right? And so really it might leave a great opportunity to just plop that ball right into set.
2 minutes left here, third quarter. Collegiate just going up on that last time down. Now ahead 5-4. Enlow pours that one inside, and an exclusion. Worked it inside to Lance Morrison. But then a turnover.
Quickly trying to get the ball out, passing it short to didn't seem like anyone.
And a great note there on going hard to the corner as the excluded player there for Collegiate, Earhart, taking his time getting to the corner, not realizing the possession already changed hands. And now allowing Rhodes to sub in. You can hear Jack Turner saying, swim, get to that corner. Low skip, Bonilla is there, but wouldn't have counted on the restart. Inside 5 meters. Double team. The exclusion, hard foul there. As coming over for Collegiate was Minsterman.
Alumni creating opportunity off their double post. Even though it was tight, not a lot of space, they were able to gain an advantage from it.
Shot clock to 6. Trying to go far post, tough pass, rebound, backhand, right place, right time. Alumni cashing in as the shot clock was just expiring, and Kyle Trush is there.
I love to see these types of hustles to the ball, a loose ball, because when a ball goes up like that and it becomes loose, there's a tendency to relax once it hits the water. And if you're not the one relaxing and you can hustle to it and rip off a quick shot like we saw just then, the chances are you're going to be able to find the back of the cage, even if it's a quick backhand or a shove shot. It's what we call garbage goals. Anything loose, clean it up.
So Kyle Trush, one man's trash, another man's treasure as he picks that one up and puts it home. The exclusion on Matthews and a power play now to Collegiate. Rhodes moves in. Cross cage, the pass, then the skip. Araya's on the money. It's a 6-5 lead for Collegiate as things have picked up here at the end of the third.
You can see Sawyer really pulling all of the defense and the goalie over to his side of the cage, and then goes for a nice, quick on-the-line pass. That's incredibly hard to recover as a goalie, and even if you're getting drawn over on that bottom line defensively, you're out of position there. Great patience and great passing.
Wall scored earlier. Matthews and Satadze tangled. Shot clock is off, just 11 seconds left in the quarter. Near side, knocked down. Turner on the cross cage attempt there from Matt Burton, and that's all for the third. Good back and forth action. A close one headed to the fourth. Collegiate 6, Alumni 5. We return with the final 8 minutes in this one after these messages.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Fourth quarter underway here in Huntington Beach. Ocean View High School, the scene. Cammie Craig and Greg Meskel joining you here on USA Water Polo TV. Continuing on, a full day of action here on day one of week 3 of National League play. We're back at it tomorrow morning. Another full slate of action here from Ocean View High School. Free admission all weekend. Feel free to come out and join us. Also live stats at thefosh.net. Games also happening tomorrow at Golden West College in the morning. Live stats of those on the Fosh and free admission over there as well. So great weekend of water polo here in Huntington Beach.
Fuentes will put the ball in play after the opening. And seeing nothing, he comes.
A close game all game here with Collegiate and Alumni. Kind of switching back and forth with goals.
Yeah, it's been good back and forth. I'm sure frustrating for the teams themselves who want to build a lead, but from a fan standpoint, good back and forth, good energy on both sides.
Absolutely, and you could watch and see the teams be careful and be thoughtful about the moves they're making and the opportunities they're going for.
So Bonilla now will give a look. Trush pours it inside. The old scoop shot there, turning and looking to shovel that one home was Jack Trush. And it's wide of the cage. And now Jack Turner can take a look. The Fremont, California native. Go ahead to Honestow Bay. Did you cross over with his older sister at USC? You're on the same team as her?
I did not. I'm older.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Older sister Ika on the USC Women of Troy. Working inside, and enough there from Bonilla to knock that one down on the attempt in close from Langowitz.
Big move from Langowitz. It's always hard to make those big moves and get the shot off and be in front of the cage, and when you lift your head up, realize it didn't quite go in. Been there many times as a center.
You put all that work in.
Yes. It's just that one last final step of getting the ball into the back of the cage.
Rigo inside, and that's enough to draw a penalty.
Charged against 3 dark.
What did you call Rigo this morning?
The gift giver.
The gift giver, and he sends another to the far post there, leading to a penalty.
With a yellow card to
We told him about that nickname. He enjoyed it very much.
Yes, he did. Appreciated being recognized for assists.
And score the penalty there and tie this game at 6 as Ben Stevenson connects. A look at everyone getting in position here, which is always a delicate dance.
Goal to tie the game. Again, always fun to be in a position to be the one to tilt the score a little bit closer to where you want it.
And heading down to the wire again, much like the Olympic Club, New York Athletic Club game, where this one looks like it is destined to be decided in the final minutes.
the baby press. Over to Bobby.
Alumni was back to their strong press defense, really making Collegiate work for their center play here.
Collegiate. Bonilla ready to take that. Wall now on the move. Rhodes giving chase. Entry in. Quick turn. The step out's there. The skip is in the back of the net. Brandon Child.
Tough position for Collegiate to be in there. Rhodes totally committing to the steal, so a bit out of position, leaving isolation for Alumni center, giving him the time to really lay out and find the back of the cage without any type of help from Collegiate.
Yeah, the minute he caught the ball cleanly, you knew there was going to be an opportunity there for a clean step out.
Absolutely, and time to do so.
And Alumni has pushed ahead. 7-6 there in front. Entry inside. And an exclusion call drawn there by Logan Schofield.
It's a 5 opportunity for Collegiate.
Rhodes, here's Earhart. Earhart deflected and trouble. And they'll say last touch on Alumni, but it looked as if that was batted out by Sean Thomas. Unfortunately, I don't have another angle on that, but we play on. It's Collegiate ball. And now an exclusion. Big moment here, possibly. Rhodes, as Matthews goes off on the exclusion.
Alumni doing a great job putting pressure on the offense, leading to that overpass.
Ordinary called. Shot clock to 5. Earhart, Rhodes, the bobble, the gather, the score.
We talked about the clock running down in a half-court possession offensively and how that's not to their favor, but sometimes when the clock's running down on 6-on-5, it's almost to the benefit because defense can be quiet in this scrambling type of position, right?
And Rhodes, even on the bobble there, able to gather that up nicely and put it away. Strong left-hander coming off of a national title with the USC men of Troy. He had transferred from Stanford to USC. And
originally a Santa Barbara high school.
it all leads back. All roads lead back to Santa Barbara. A little more than 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and just that fast, we're tied at 7.
And then an exclusion.
An exclusion.
4. Dark.
In front, that's a penalty.
Charged against 17.
Nice job from Alumni recognizing the situation, and they quickly looked to set things up for Jack Trush inside while Collegiate was out of position. Sets up the penalty, and now it'll be Ben Stevenson again looking for a 5-meter connect.
Double trouble. I would way rather take the 5-meter free shot, penalty shot, than have to go through a 6-on-5. And there it is.
Put it away, Ben Stevenson. 8-7 Alumni pulls in front. Back and forth we go.
His 4th goal of the game.
Onlookers waiting for the next game. Commerce warming up.
Again, on his arm, he could feel that he was there, just not quite in the right position.
Eight 8-7 the lead for Alumni. Collegiate looking to battle back once more. Approaching the 4-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Commerce and New York Athletic Club to follow.
Earhart with the ball. Sends it back. Go back. With an exclusion on.
Exclusion out of 2 meters, doing some work away from the ball.
Power play coming for Collegiate, looking to tie this game up. Dobay.
Vavic to Rhodes.
Marco Vavic. Good look in front. The gather. Bar down and out.
Bars down. Bonilla.
Jake Earhart so close, but Bonilla is there.
Incredible to watch him stay up on his legs for so long. Just a little bit odd of an angle to catch and try to release that. You can see him really trying to control the ball and find a spot. Just kind of barring straight down.
Fuentes takes the pass. Back to Riga. A truck in its set.
Defense holding there. Entry in. From behind. Good defense there. Langowitz coming from behind to take it away.
It's over 3 minutes in the game.
And Collegiate again back to work.
Earhart. Pressed by Burton.
Here's Dobay. He's a go-to guy for this team.
Back to Bay.
Dobay long range and Bonilla. That was from about 7 meters. And Eli Bonilla reads it the whole way. 8-7, it stays the lead for Alumni. 2.5 to play, fourth quarter.
Alumni in a great position, not wanting to stop playing offense, but definitely wanting to play smart defense and just maintain that 1-point lead that they have. Still quite a bit of water polo left to be played. Again, we see Collegiate being aggressive and trying to go for the press to steal.
And taken away by Collegiate. Again, still trailing by a goal. There are no overtime sessions in these games. We can end in a tie.
We have
Either side wants that.
Bottom line advantage here, and they take care of it.
You saw it the whole way, Cammie, and Gruel connects to tie it at 8.
Great awareness from the backcourt to get the ball up to Sawyer Rhodes deep. Sawyer has great awareness and gets the ball all the way across the pool for an easy finish there.
Tommy Gruel throws the hand up. I'm open. And they find him. San Diego native drills that one. 2:03 left, all tied at 8. Coming down to the very end here in this one.
Rigo advances the ball. Stevenson, an ordinary foul. And Morrison in at set. Guarded by Earhart.
Rigo didn't like the cap, takes that off. And now Witt.
Witt to Rigo.
Shot clock to 6. Rigo gives a look. A few fakes, and he's high of the cage.
And a shot out of play.
"90 seconds left. 4th quarter.
Ruel starts it out.
Ruel on the move. Dangerous pass. Almost stolen, but Rhodes is able to gather it.
Earhart.
Rhodes now gives a look. Up on his legs, he's knocked down. Earhart isn't, he flies it high.
Sails away. Alumni back with the ball.
And Alumni controls with 1:12 to play in the 4th. And Robert Lynn will call for time with 1:08 to play in the 4th. He'll look to get things set up.
Great opportunity to take a deep breath here at the end of the game and set up the offense. They're positioning the way that they want for this potentially last offensive possession. One with a full clock, anyways.
New York Athletic Club and Commerce to follow as we work our way through day 1 action. All tied at 8 as we consult some stats here from the Foch. A look at some of the conversion numbers. Alumni 2 for 9 on the advantage. Collegiate 4 for 7. Alumni 8 for 28 shooting from the field. Collegiate 8 for 25. We mentioned Commerce and New York Athletic Club on the way, followed by Cal and Olympic Club. And then we'll close things out with Stanford and UCLA at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And then we're back to work again tomorrow, another 8 a.m. start right here.
Good, thanks.
Cammy, the celebrity over here. Everyone's got to come say hello. She will not disappoint the adoring public, even if she's on the air. 1:08 to play here in the 4th. All right, 8-8. Put on the coaching hat here. Tie game, 1:08 left. Is it as simple as a drive, look for the exclusion? What's the go-to tactic here on offense to try and manufacture a goal?
My easiest and simplest answer for you is don't turn the ball over, Alumni. That's it.
Just by doing that, something good will happen?
Yes. No safe passes. Don't throw any risky things right away. Potentially want to use the majority of the shot clock and, move the ball around smartly.
Sometimes the simplest answer is the best answer.
Don't turn the ball over.
That's where you got to start, though. You're right. At a very basic
And they're back in the way. Rigo gets the first pass.
process.
Puts the
Keep
first
possession.
on top. Here's Witt.
Witt controlling far side. Under a minute to play here, 4th quarter. Stevenson, he's been big in this one. Facing a double. Rigo. Witt now takes a look. Tries to go inside. The turn, Burton. He's off the mark. Had the good wheel inside, just off the mark.
I mean, a great setup, exactly what he was looking for. A nice ball side drive, great entry pass, and just couldn't quite find the inside of the cage. It's hard when you're set up and you're posting up right on the post or just outside it to turn and see where you are geography-wise. You're going to be a little bit outside that post, so that turn's got to come a little bit further so the angle is towards the back of the cage, right? It's easy to be on that post and turn and think you're in the face of the cage, but you're not really, if that makes any sense, right? So you kind of have to bring that the whole party around so you can find the back of the cage.
You often talk about pool geography. I imagine after enough time in the pool, you just get a sense of,
right.
I know how it's almost like when you drive a car for a while, you know how big your car becomes an extension of you. And
right.
You know the feel of parallel parking and can I make that turn or I can't make that turn. But for the younger players starting out, Are you looking at the goal on the other side to get a sense of where the goal is behind you? Are there landmarks you're working with to get a sense of where you are?
Yeah, definitely. I think using the opposite cage for sure just depends on where you're looking. You're constantly looking from post to post to post to post. You see goalies doing that kind of constantly, is looking where am I in the cage, and they'll look back and forth at the post. But yeah, it becomes a feel after a while. I mean, that was a great analogy in regards to the car being an extension of you. And you know, every once in a while you'll come up and you're like, oh, I didn't realize it was that far outside the post, and there goes the ball totally wide of the cage, you know.
Next thing you know, you're parked in the hedges.
Yeah.
It's happened to all of us.
Yeah.
35 seconds left here in this one. 8-8, Collegiate and Alumni. Probably best chance here for Collegiate, and Bonilla turns that one away out of the timeout. So timeouts don't lead to anything on either side. And now Alumni will look to try and go for the game winner. This can end in a tie. Alumni wants the dub. Pushing ahead. In front. Turner out. Rolls the dice. The backhand. Floating. And in. Score it for Alumni. And Sean Grab with 7 seconds left. Turner rolled the dice and lost.
And this is where experience comes in, and that calm composure, moving the ball down the pool and finding their center sitting there waiting for the opportunity.
Turner all the way out. Hey, behind the head. Hit him with the okie doke. And in it goes. Catches the current. And Alumni in front by 1. Last chance here for Collegiate. 4 seconds left. 2. It's Dobey's foul, and get ready for him to load up this shot from deep. Dobey up big, scores it at the horn. There'll be no loss for Collegiate as Hannes Dobey ties it at the buzzer, and that is where we end in a 9-9 draw, a thrilling finish between Collegiate and Alumni. Last look at this one, Cammie. Hannes loads it up with no time left.
Again, Enrico tries to do a good job in moving that ball away from him as far as possible in the foul, knowing that that's what he's looking for. And again, with composure, grabs it and adjusts his balance to where he wants it so he can fire it into the back of the cage.
What a finish. Collegiate and Alumni ends in a 9-9 tie, about as exciting a draw as you'll see. So coming up next, New York Athletic Club and Commerce on the way. Cammie Craig, Greg Meskel stepping aside. For now, we're back with more shortly at Ocean View High School. You're watching the National League on USA Water Polo TV.